We are
What's up,
live.
everyone? Welcome back to Every Week We Follow. We are live, Gary. It's live.
You are live on YouTube. Do not swear. No, I don't care
Do
about
not
swearing.
swear. I mean,
It's
no,
up-
you can swear as much as you fucking want. We don't really care.
Yeah.
Quarterfinals, Paris, here we come.
Okay, Sarah, whatever will be, will be. We're going to PSG. Okay, Sarah, le champion. Do.
So, I've entitled this. Now, this is obviously my opinion, and this is what I thought at the game. And I kept on saying to you, Unai Emery masterclass, right? Now, yes, that first half, as a fan and as someone at the game and watching the game, was turgid. That's the best way of describing it. That first half was just hard to watch. It was slow. It was laborious. They had a lot of the ball, did very little with it.
67% possession, 238 passes to 81 or something stupid like that. It was
one shot, I think it was.
Yeah, one shot.
Cool. I can live with that. He killed the game. And I still believe, even with the sending off, Mr. Green, unreal win. Yes, very true. I still believe that the plan was always second half. If we're at 0-0, they're coming at us, and we're just going to pick them off. That is literally what happened. The amount of space. Obviously, there was 10 men, and obviously there were the changes. Probably Asensio was always going to come on because he was always going to find those pockets. I still believe that was the plan all along.
Well, with my neutral gang colours on, mate, thanks to the bandana scarf of Aston Villa. By the way, I thought this was made of sugar paper. I still think it's going to disintegrate.
Right.
It's weird material.
When I saw all free limited edition scarves that were coming, I was hoping, like, I didn't take a scarf or anything because I was like, oh, this will keep me nice and warm. Then it'll be lovely. Oh, I'll have a nice warm scarf. It's made of like it's basically, it almost feels like what the shirts are made of.
Well, mate, yeah. Can I just and let's just say, right, rather than forking out money for these cheap scarves, right, put it towards signing Marco Asensio, as Mr. Green has just pointed out. Whatever it takes. I don't want this, right? Save the money, put it towards his transfer fee.
Mate, Mr. Green agrees with you. Sign Asensio on a firm, give him the keys to Villa Park. Completely agree. If we can sign that player, oh my word! Like, I feel like the only way he signs is if we get Champions League again.
Mate, come on, Asensio to win us the Champions League, right? And then he signs a contract. Imagine the scenes. Absolute limbs.
Oh man.
So, as I was saying, mate, you should change your name to Emery's right-hand man because obviously you got into you knew the plan all along.
Honestly, I'm just a genius. Look, with how slow that first half was, there's no way that wasn't the plan. Now, I know that, and obviously season ticket holders, and we sit with the same people similar around us. We have these conversations every week.
Yeah.
And they were saying they would believe that if it wasn't, it's been the same for weeks or for months.
Weeks. For the start of the season.
I don't, not like that though.
No,
it's been a bit laborious, and it's been a bit difficult, and we haven't been able to break through teams, and we're playing around the back. But this was like walking football at times, and I'm just convinced that we were just like, right, take the sting out of it. If they don't score in the first half, they've got to score 2 in the second half to even take it to extra time.
Yeah.
They're gonna come at us, and we'll find holes. And we went more direct. We went over the top. We went over the top actually quite a lot on the game. So actually, quickly onto it now. We'll go on to like some of the analysis now.
Yeah.
Obviously, this is the Rashford red card. Not the Rashford red card, but Rashford causing a red card. It's a brilliant ball over the top from Emmy.
Yeah, it's a great run from Rashford as well. You don't see it there, but he bends it brilliantly to stay on side. We had a good view of that. And it's the only thing Emmy had to do all night, was it?
Mate, that is pinpoint ball from Emmy. That is unbelievable.
Thing is, it changed the game, right? Obviously, it made it, and I'm happy because it was almost like it made it a Sunday league game. Really, that it was walking football at times, wasn't it? And I think it's important.
By the end, I was actually. I'll tell you what, right? The atmosphere at the start of the game was incredible. The atmosphere was so loud. The flag, the scarves, and everyone's throwing them around, and it was electric.
And again,
I was surprised how flat it. I was surprised how flat it was when we were 3-0 up, going into the quarterfinals. I was literally sad going, this is just an exhibition game now. This is just
it felt like a training game. There was a bit in the second half where they were just Marcus Rashford and Maatsen was passing the ball to each other, and Bruges were like, "Well, we can't be bothered." And even the referee was like, "There's no added time. It's over."
Right. So I live like 2-hour drive or an hour 45 drive from Villa Park. And so I always try and leave just before 90, because then there's usually the added time. And I was like to my brother, I was like, oh, well, there's been 3 goals. There was the subs and stuff. So, yeah, there probably is some added time. Literally, I stood up. I didn't even get to the end of the row. And he blows. And I was like, what the I was like, where's the added time? I was like, ref's got a bus to catch, apparently. So I was like,
mate, it was almost like, oi, Clifton, sit back down. Where are you going?
I had to bomb it. I was like, quick, get out. Tell you what, Youri Tielemans is the best. Oh, interesting. What do you think about this?
I think he's been. That's a good comment. Best midfielder ever seen in a Villa shirt. I don't know about that. I mean, that's a bold statement. I would say Mr.
This
Green.
Season he's been our best. This season he's been our best player.
He's been our most consistent performer for sure. And he's played a lot of minutes. And what he does really well. And this is the beauty of what Asensio has brought to the team. Tielemans can pick a pass like that, like for where when he hit the post, when Asensio hit the post.
I can get that up now, mate. I can get that now.
Like this pass and the movement from him and the touch. I mean, he does everything right, but scored, and like it's just. But look at that. I mean, I know it's against 10 men, but I think even if they had 11 men, that movement's difficult to, because what Asensio does really well, he does this consistently. He gets to that pocket of space, and he drops deep, and then he goes, and he brings the defender out, and then he goes, and it's such a bait. It's probably one of the most.
He's basically doing that.
Yeah, and you know what's great about it, right? If any budding young footballers watching, right, it's just a simple movement, and it just shows that actually the simple stuff works. Like if you do it well, and that little movement, it's like you cannot defend against it, and he gets in, and he scored 2 goals, hit the post. Like he could have had a hat trick in like 20 minutes. Like it's just like the guy's unreal.
He could have had 4.
He's unreal.
He was absolutely unbelievable, and but. You're right. Youri Tielemans has been a bit of an unsung hero this season. Really, he doesn't
consistent player.
Doesn't really get the plaudits. He hasn't had an injury this season, has he? Did he have anything early in the season? No.
That was last season, wasn't it? I'm sure it was.
Yeah. And
let us know in the comments.
We're lucky with that. We're lucky with that, right? Because if we had Tielemans injured, I think we really struggle at the back, like just breaking those lines. And obviously, we've seen like rumors around like the possibility of Dougie coming back and stuff. And I'm like, I wouldn't hate that, because I'm kind of like, I was saying to Pete, and he was like, yeah, but does he start? I was like, it's not about starting 11 now. We have to have a squad of these players who are all competing for all the positions. And Tielemans is probably the only one who doesn't have a like for like competition.
Yeah.
The only one that doesn't really have a player that's like going to compete for that place, and Dougie could do that.
Yeah, you're probably right, mate. And also, you've got the added bonus that him and Kamara just work so well together. Dougie and Kamara. I think that was a midfield pairing that worked for us. Yeah, so I wouldn't be solely against it, mate. But I don't know. I can't see that happening, if I'm honest. But
no. I think if the deal's right, it's always good business, right? It's always, if we can get him back for less than what we like sold him for and all that kind of way, it's like, well, we've actually made money there and ended up getting the player back. So who knows? But just wanted to look at this here, right? So this was just before Asensio's goal. Now, obviously they were down to 10 men.
Yeah.
But this was what I was saying. I was saying, because you can see how high they are.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to play high, because they're trying to press us, and they need, the impetus is on them to like try and press us. And Asensio's just like, yeah, I'm having this all day.
Yeah.
And that's usually, you'd look at that and you'd think, actually, but that's Rodgers.
Yeah, mate. What I love about it is how he raises our tempo. He just moves the ball quickly, whether he runs with it or whether he passes it. And as soon as he passes it, he wants it back. He looks like, so that leads to the goal. He passes it out wide. He then runs around the back four.
This is then the goal.
And cuts across the back four to get into that position. It's brilliant movement from a brilliant player.
This is fantastic in so many levels. So it's a brilliant pass from Bailey, to be fair to him. And I actually really love the run from Cash.
Yeah, but that's a shot from Bailey. or
imagine if that's a shot.
I'm shooting. Oh,
I haven't got the gift of it. There was a right, Carl McClatchy, right, mate. Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching.
Welcome, mate. Hope you enjoyed the game.
Yeah, I don't know how many people got watching. I have no idea. Like, but we'll see. What?
4.
Where's it say that?
But where it said where we're live, mate. It's gone down to 3 now. Oh, you just pissed somebody off.
Oh, we just lost person because I'm just like
you're going. I don't even know how many people are watching. Oh my god.
Yeah.
How are we ever going to get internet famous if you keep doing stuff like
that? Yeah. Except the turn hit. The hit there is that. Yeah. Sorry, he's just. By the way, I keep getting rid of the gifts just so we don't get copyrighted.
Yeah.
I'm hoping we don't get copyrighted. But yeah, so just got a comment here from Carl. What a result, but we got confused in that first half. They were told to not risk anything, and they had 30 minutes against 10 men and shat themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you hear at the start, Carl. I was actually saying that I firmly believe that even if they had 11 men, the plan, like you said, they were told not to risk anything. The plan was in that first half was just keep it tight. You keep it tight. Yes, they'll have lots of the ball. They'll have to come at us. They didn't do very much. They had the ball a lot. Didn't do a lot. Second half, they're going to have to come at us, and there'll be holes. And that's why he throws Asensio on. He throws Bailey on. Gives us that pace on transition. Gives us the balls over the top into the midfield. Easy. Happy days.
And so, basically, tune in for the Preston game where James will be sat next to Unai, just offering his words of advice.
I love that. I'm intrigued to know what Carl's going to say about Bailey, or maybe he was just reminding me of who came on. But when Bailey, right, Leon Bailey, I can't work you out. I feel like that. Right, I might be wrong. I feel like he's getting there again.
Getting where?
I feel like
where's he getting?
I feel like his performances have been improving, but he's just still nowhere near what he was like. I think the thing is, last season he was so good.
Good, yeah.
He's just set that bar so high, like that. Like I said, that Asensio's goal is fantastic.
Yes, but then two seconds later he tripped over the ball and gave it back to them. Like he just. Like, and Carl, I hate Bailey too. Like he mostly sucks, but then he's got the potential to produce a pass like that or score a great goal. But then he trips over himself. Like it's like, what are you doing? You're on national TV, sunshine. Like, pay attention.
Oh God!
Oh my days!
Oh bloody heck!
Like, I'm still convinced that through ball was a shot. No, I've got to tell you, I am.
The P roller.
He just kicked the floor, but you know it's difficult because the comparison is, and we've done this before and we've gone over it, is that Bailey was so good last year and he scoring about 8 goals, assists, like so was Watkins, and he just hasn't been consistent. And what's frustrating about Bailey, he has had plenty of game time to get it back, and he has been. I agree with you. He's the most inconsistency, mate. But that's been a problem for us all season.
Most inconsistent players, says Mr. Green.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the thing is with it's such high standards that have been set. And I think the thing is because there was all this stuff about like possibly Bailey not being fully fit and all this stuff earlier in the season, playing through injury, all this kind of thing. But I don't think he can say that now because he's had time out. He's had games where he's not been playing. He's had time to rest. He's then come on and then he's played in games. He's been relatively ineffectual. There's the confidence thing. He got that goal, or he's got a couple of goals, right? A couple of goals, and we were like, right, come on, kick on.
Well, Leicester and Bruges, but it feels like we're giving the keys to Villa Park to the wrong player. Like, with Cole again, surely we've got to take up that 15 million price tag for Asensio. If that's available, right? Take my scarf back, sell Bailey, right, and keep Asensio, right. Bailey's been great, but like we're trying to get to the next level. We want to get to the Champions League again. I don't think Bailey's the player to do it for us. Asensio, on the other hand, mate, he can come and live in my house and touch my wife and do anything he wants to. Right, it's absolutely fine. Right, sign this motherfucker.
I'm sure Sarah would love that. I'm sure Sarah would love that, mate. He's a beautiful man.
She's probably in bed right now, like kind of dreaming about him. It's absolutely fine. If you're watching, sweetheart, I love you. Right, but. This is what we need. This is what we need in our squad. We need players because the thing that Asensio does so well and has done in every game he's come on, he ups the tempo to our play, and that is something we've been poor at and inconsistent at. And we need this going forward because PSG is going to be a whole new kettle of fish. Like
I mean, we'll get onto that. But like, I don't know what to say about PSG, if I'm honest.
What's Cole saying? Ever since he had that scrap with the dude in security.
Yeah, did you not hear about it? Did you not see that?
No, what happened with that?
It was like a behind the scenes thing.
No, I did. Yes. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, I did.
Didn't he have him like up against the wall?
Yeah.
Something. But it's like what were we just talking about? Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. I was going to say PSG. And then the thing for me is I think the only way we sign him, the only way we sign him is I think we have to have Champions. I don't think it's that he'll only stay if we've got Champions League football. I think it's the only way we can afford him. Because, and I don't mean the 15 mil. I mean his
wages. Mate, you're usually so the optimistic one. You're telling me we're going to.
It's the wages.
It's the wages. Just tell me we're going to sign him. Tell me we're going to sign him. We're going to find a way. We're going to sell the scarves back. We can buy this on eBay for £70 tomorrow. That will put that and I'll put that towards the fund. Come on, let's have a whip round, boys and girls.
90% of our turnover went on wages.
You're going to get all
we can't sustain that. We can't sustain that. So we need Champions League again. And I'm telling you, the way we're getting it is by winning the fucking thing. I know you're saying this. I'm telling you, mate. We have the best manager we have one of, if not the best manager in knockout European football. We have arguably one of the most unformed players that we're seeing anywhere at the moment. He's literally on fire, Asensio. And the rest of our team, and we're actually now starting to hit form at the right time in the season as well. And I still believe, and the draw's good for us. Every the quarters and the semis, the second leg is at home. And I believe that if we can take any team back to Villa Park and we're within a goal of them, we can beat them.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. And I do think we've got a chance against PSG because Emery will know them inside out.
Some of these comments are fantastic. So Carl corrected and said, actually, it's 95% of our turnover. Yeah. And then Rod Humble, welcome to the part, has said, so you're saying there's 5% more available to spend on us?
Yes, Rod, come on. If we can do it together, we can work this out. Believe in Chris, God. He can sort it out, whatever's going on with Munchie and fucking, come on, let's get it sorted.
Well, Carl's right, another clean sheet. Two clean. What's happening?
We've never
had 2 clean sheets in a row all of a sudden.
That's been,
mate. Are we going to now go? Are we going to beat Brighton? Like,
mate, like,
are we going to have two post Champions League away games and win them both? What?
Oh, please. Right, let's just hope no one gets selected for international duty and they can all go on a fucking sunny trip to Dubai or something and just relax. Right, and then
they're all good. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I just quickly onto him. I reckon Rashford's got a shout for the England squad.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
why wouldn't he?
Mate, well, if you look at assists that he's got,
there's injuries across the board in England, in the England team as well, on wingers.
It's weird with Rashford because sometimes when I watch him, like his body language says, "No, I'm not interested." And all of a sudden, like in the second half tonight, he just came alive and just kind of. Yeah. But I think that is the basic of him getting the service and having the ball. Like he didn't go to him in the first half. I'm
still going to say it. I'm going to say it.
Oh, here we go.
We were not going for it in that first half. He wasn't even running. He wasn't even making a run, really. Every now and again, he'd get the ball in. Obviously, there was the red card, right, which is the over-the-top run. But other than that, whenever Maatsen got the ball on the left, Rashford wasn't even making a run for him to pass it. I don't think it was ever the plan to, like, go for it in the first half. I think it was always hold on. And then it was the second half, right? Go for it.
I'm just going to take your word for it, mate. But I'm telling you, if I'd have turned up for that game today...
Obviously, it's not. It's hard to say because obviously we don't see the parallel universe where there was 11 players on both teams. And we don't see all this kind. But I think the plan was always bring on Asensio, bring on Bailey, try and stretch them.
But imagine, right, if you've just paid £92 to watch that game.
Carl agrees with me.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying, from a fan's perspective, right? You go,
I really don't give a shit. I would rather.
No, I know.
Mate, if I went there and we were going on the attack and we fucking conceded and then we end up not making the quarterfinals of the Champions League, I'll then be going, oh, but I was entertained. Fuck off. I'm not Spurs. I'm not West Ham sacking David Moyes and going, I want to be entertained. And now he got freaking... What's his face?
Mate, what I will say is, in the raw emotion of the game, like I hate Watkins, I hate the fact that we played so. But afterwards, when I reflect, like when I get to the normal part of my brain, it goes, actually, right, let's get to the football and talk about what the goal is. Knockout football is about getting through. It doesn't matter about performance. It's about getting through to the next round.
I said to you, I'd take a 1-0 loss.
Yeah, you did.
So I was like. I don't give a rat's what the freaking score was.
I kept forgetting through the game that we were actually winning the game 3-1.
I kept on saying we were 2-0 up, which I knew was wrong. So people around me were like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah.
I was just saying we're 2-0 up. You think like there's no need. You don't need to go all guns, and you don't need to go gung ho and try to do it. But then second half, we just went, "Fuck it, let's kill it." We did.
I still think bringing Asensio at half-time just changed the tempo of our game, and all of a sudden, his movement caused them massive amount of problems, and they couldn't deal with it. Like something Ollie didn't. Ollie's usually great. His movements are one thing that really kind of sets him aside, and he does a lot of work for us that creates chances. But in the first half, he was terrible. He really was bad. And then when Asensio came on straight away in the first 5 minutes of that second half, he's moving, he's bringing defenders out of the way, he's running in behind, he's just making things happen.
It's interesting that front three dynamic false nine kind of thing that we had in the second half, where basically Rashford, Rodgers, and Asensio were just free floating around. They were interchanging. They were like. One point.
Right, I'm going to cut you short because my mate Darren Jones has just posted a comment, mate. All right, Daz, how's it going? Long time no speak. I absolutely agree, mate. Thank you for hating on Watkins with me. I think if we're going to go to the next level, we need a better striker. We sold the wrong one. We should have kept Duran. That's my opinion. I put it out there.
I do believe in the summer, though. I think we'll bring in a top quality competition striker, kind of early mid-20s.
But mate,
if Watkins doesn't hit the ground, then I think he will become second fiddle.
Mate, he will hit the ground because he'll just fall over. Right, that's it. Right. Look, even if you just look at Asensio, right, there's finishing is an art form. Finishing is an art form, right? It's an instinctive, natural ability. You either have it or you don't.
But you don't just lose it. Last season, he was unbelievable, mate.
Yeah, he had a great season last season, but I think it was a fluke. I think we
played
really well.
No, I don't think it was a fluke. No, mate, he's been so. No.
Right,
mate, he's been so consistently brilliant for us. No. Mate, yes, I know he misses chances. He misses chances.
Right, okay, the numbers are good, but you cannot. There's no way anyone can convince me any otherwise that this guy is the one that to take us forward to the next level. Right, he scored. Okay, his numbers are great. Yes, they are. And people argue the work he does on off the ball, brilliant. But we would be top of the league easily if we had a decent striker up front this season in the games that we've lost. The guy has missed 25 big chances, mate.
But I've told
He's
you
well ahead of that.
Mate, I've told you a million times. I've told you a million times. That's not how it works, is it? You bring in a striker who's a clinical kind of like number 9 striker. They don't get the chances because they don't do what Watkins does.
No, I know.
So
I know. And Cole, you're absolutely right.
You can't just go, oh, put another striker in that position. It's like he wouldn't be there.
No, okay. What I want him to do then is just maybe work with Asensio in training, right? or stop shooting at Martinez because he's obviously got the world's best keeper to try and beat and can't do it, right? Because we can agree. Okay, the numbers are great, and so maybe I'll take the fluke thing back. But if you look at the decisions he makes in front of goal, right? And we talked about this the other day. Like, if you look at the Flecken chance in Brentford, even today, when he gets put through 1-on-1, he's not going across the defender to try and block. He just he doesn't angle his body correctly. He doesn't put himself in the right position to get the finish that's deserved, and it drives me insane. Like, because if he was if it doesn't look like he's working on it, he's making the same mistakes every week and missing chances every week.
Cheers, Carl. Thanks for that one. But I'm just going to say, the thing is, it's...
Yes, Daz, exactly. Look at Rashford and Asensio's link-up play. Where's that with Watkins? Where's the movement? Where's that? Like, you're playing with arguably one of the best players I've ever seen in the Villa shirt with Asensio. I will just say,
it's 2 lone players. Remember what you said, Gaz. Don't fall in love.
It's too late, mate. I've got my pants down and I'm ready to be out. I'm just not the guy. I'm in love with the beautiful man. His name is Marco. He won the league in Spain. You know.
Oh God, that killed me. Yeah. Look. We'll never. This argument will never end, and I'm sure every single group of Villa fans, they're all having the same argument. Everyone's having the same conversation. Oh, we sold the wrong striker. We sold Duran. Blah blah. Duran had an attitude problem. We know that. It was never.
But he could put the ball in the back of the net.
But so is Watkins. He scored 15 goals, for crying out loud.
It should be 30.
Who thinks this shit? Fuck's sake! Look, I've told you a million times as well. If he scored 30 goals, he wouldn't be at Villa. He wouldn't be here.
Yeah, but no,
he would have gone. He would have gone.
But that's what we need. Look.
Anyway, we're not. This is not the Bruges analysis. That's not how this works. We will get us that another time.
You started it.
Oh, Darren, don't get me started on that. Watkins has not cost us. Our defense has cost us. Anyway, right.
Bring on right. Anyway.
And then Matson's goal.
Mate, look at that touch from Rashford. He's filth. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And it's from Rodgers. Great feet.
That little pirouette.
Great goal. Brilliant.
Unbelievable. That's stunning.
Mate,
our goals today were really, and like I said, even though it's against 10 men, I think a lot of them situations there, I don't think it really makes a difference that that's 10 men.
No, I don't. I think you're right, mate. They played like they didn't have 10 men for a large. I've got to say credit to Bruges, right? They knocked the ball around. They worked really hard. They did, even with 10 men. You know, obviously they didn't do anything with it. And second half they crumbled because taking Kamara and Watkins off was a genius stroke. I agree that was an Emery master stroke because we just pushed on and the tempo and they couldn't cope with us.
We didn't need 2 holding mids because of the fact that I don't know I think if it was 11 men, I'm not sure if he would have took off Kamara. I don't know if he wouldn't have gone that.
No, I agree.
But I think with the 10 men, I think he was like, look, they're not gonna. We just need to pin them. We just need to keep up that in the pitch. It's fine.
I don't think they got in our second half. Really, I think maybe twice.
Halfway
line. So you know, it was the goals were top quality, and like Cole says, the ball from Tillemans for both goals is brilliant. It's over the top, direct, and then 2 great touches really, and they lead to goals. You know, that's all I really want to see when we play with a bit of tempo. You know,
this was lovely again.
Rodgers didn't have a good game today, but the 2 assists there are brilliant, and that's brilliant from
Rashford.
Rashford.
He grew into it, didn't he? He was really sloppy early on.
Like
to be honest, everyone was like I said, it was just quite lackadaisical, a bit relaxed. I think like everyone wasn't really like trying to. They were just kind of trying to play the game quite safe, but because it wasn't natural to them.
Yeah,
I think that's why they were like kind of like they weren't sure because they couldn't play. Emery didn't want them to play with that tempo and pace and try and like break forward because we didn't want to get caught on the break or anything like that. And so I think he kept it very safe. And I just don't think the players were used to it. As soon as we start going forward like this, it's just instant patterns of play. Like everyone knows what to do. This instinctive. Whereas when you're not playing with that tempo and you're not doing that, you're having to stop yourself from doing what you would usually try and do. And I think that's why we just looked really awkward.
Yeah, I think for me, when Rodgers comes to life, in particular when Asensio and Rashford are together, like I think his levels just go up, and I think those things kind of just happen more naturally. But before that, first half, he was dreadful. I don't think obviously he was playing more wide right and just trying to give cover to Cash, and it just doesn't work, And just got looking at the comments again. I'm hoping now we can. We've had a tough couple of weeks, lots of games, right? I think the international break is. Hopefully, we can get some rest. I really hope no one gets called up. We said it earlier because I think they all need a bit of a break.
They will, right? Rodgers for me is got to be called up. I do wonder if Rashford's going to get a call up. Like I said, I think a lot of our
when's it announced? Does anyone know in the comments when's the England squad going to be announced?
Is it Friday? Is it tomorrow? Yeah, I mean, I doubt Watkins is getting called up based on his form, but who else do you call up? English striker. Maybe Chris Wood. Does he get late?
Mate, Chris Wood's from New Zealand, you knobhead.
Oh, God. Fucking hell.
Chris Wood. I think Messi's available, mate, to come and give us a cameo.
I fucking know that as well. I fucking know that. The in-laws are bloody... In-laws are freaking
Harry Kane, wasn't he?
I'm too tired. I'm too tired for this shit. It's freaking 12:30. I got to get up for work in about 6 hours.
Oh, Delap. There you go.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, you're right. Yeah, Delap. Because Solanke.
Well, I'm not right. Cole's just mentioned that. So good shape. He's played well for Ipswich, and he's a handful. He's a handful. No.
We know Kane will be the main one called up, but it's.
I know it's annoying though because Kane's just. I know he scored loads of goals in Germany and all that, and he's not a bad player. But my God, for England, it depresses me.
Hey, it'll be interesting with Tuchel. It'll be interesting. He was Tuchel's golden boy. Well, scored a lot of goals under Tuchel at Bayern.
I still think that Tuchel could be a spy, and he's just come to destroy English football, and we'll end up kind of in the.
He's on a short-term contract. He's like, quick, go, like, bomb, bye, I'm out.
Plant the seed and watch the English crumble. Watch them all cry into their milk, or he'll even get us to a final against Germany, and then we'll get battered like 8-0 again, and he'll have a German shirt off, and he'll be swinging it around his head.
Anyway, enough about Germany and England. Quarterfinals. PSG,
Paris,
away
baby,
and home. Was it the 8th of April and then the 15th?
9th of April, the tours to be made.
Does anyone know? We want to try and book flights before they
want to go to Paris. Anyone want to come?
Yeah. Is anyone else going to Paris?
We're going on tour. Let's go to Paris.
Anyone driving? Maybe how long does it take to drive to Paris?
Not long. It's probably 3 hours to Dover, then the ferry crossing, then you got probably about 2-3 hours of the way, depending on where you're going.
Why do we do that then?
Yeah.
Screw flying. Why would we bother flying when you can just drive?
Well, yeah, because driving's a fucking nightmare in Paris. Apparently, I've never done it. I've only
but you drive to out or look for outside, right? Just get the train.
I'm telling lies because I've driven to Euro Disney twice. How old am I? Euro Disney, Disneyland Paris. Get out.
When will it be announced? I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm going to be. I think. I thought it was tomorrow.
It's got to be this week, mate. It's probably going to be tomorrow or Friday. It will be announced. I think obviously just waiting for that Real Madrid game to finish tonight, and then maybe tomorrow we'll know. But I'm pretty sure if you look on the website today on the UEFA website, it looked like it was ours is the first game is away, and that looked like it would be on a Tuesday, on the 8th, and then the following week would be the Wednesday. So, yeah,
okay.
Let's wait and see.
We'll see. But
yay, Paddy.
What do you think? What do you think? What are you thinking? Do you think this is as far as we go?
Oh, it all depends what happens in that first game, mate. And I think Emery knows.
Yeah, Carl. Yeah, we get so the draw's already done on both the quarters and the semis. We've got the home leg second.
So if we can come away from Paris no more than the goal down or 0-0, I think we've got a great chance. I do.
I said we need to be a goal in it.
Yeah. So or even like 2-1, or a score draw 2-2, whatever. Do you know what I mean?
Mate, a draw, fucking Jesus! I'd snap your hand off immediately.
Yeah,
like a draw is dreamland. If we can get a draw away in Paris, freaking hell! But like a goal in it.
My concern is, mate,
because we've got a goal in it, and we come out all guns at home, and we get that goal. It's basically then a 0-0 game, and it's like right. 70 70 minute game, and that is Emery time. That right there is like that's dream Emery land right there.
Well, my concern is, mate, against Paris, can we keep the tempo up? Do you know what I mean? Because they're going to come up flying at us. Like watching that game against Liverpool last week when they played them in Paris, mate, how they did not score is beyond me. Apart from Alisson having the game of his life, like they're going to be dangerous. Dembele's tricky. Like they've got players that can hurt us. Like so, we've got to really be switched on. I'm concerned that I know it was probably the plan tonight, but it is most weeks that we start so slowly, and it drives me nuts because it takes us so long to get into a game. And usually when we're a goal down, I know we've just kept 2 clean sheets, so maybe we are turning the corner. Maybe we are the ones. The one team that is now going to go on that push. I don't know. I'd love for
this is interesting. Rod's right here. They were poor in the league.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, they were.
14th.
Yeah,
I think
15th. They finished 15th.
So yeah, they were very poor. They've got quite a young side at the moment, so they are like kind of growing into the team and growing into everything they've grown into the tournament.
Mr. Green, how on earth are we going to defend them? Digne versus Dembele. Bye bye.
I'll tell you what, mate. Do not underestimate Luca Digne. That guy he can keep the best in the world in his pocket.
He's done very well against Emery's tend to go with Digne, hasn't he? First pacey players, and Brentford's was a classic example of that. And Bremo has been brilliant for Brentford all season.
Against Salah,
didn't get a sniff.
He did it. I remember when it was like a Damatraore. Obviously, it's not the same level, but like a Damatraore, absolutely rapid. Had him all day.
Yeah, and I agree.
He's a very, very classy left.
And we're not going into the game blind, are we? Emery knows them inside out. Like he managed them, he's been successful with them. He knows the ethos of the club. He will no doubt have a trick up his sleeve. And if he is the masterstroke of his if today was the masterstroke of Emery, knowing how to play that tempo the first half, then I'm sure he will have a plan for that first leg.
He's also he's. I mean, obviously,
yes, Liam T as well. McKinney out for the first leg.
Yeah. Obviously, it's only been Arsenal, but again,
it's hard to have not working anymore.
So have I. But I can't just go see it a bit, leave you with Gaz.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll have to finish soon. This is
no one here beside me.
I am getting tired, to be fair. But what was I going to fucking say?
Sorry, mate. Well, the thing also, Darren Jones made another good point there. Rashford and Asensio have to start together. That hasn't really happened.
Yeah.
And, let's give them a go.
You said that, I mean, you actually said the front four should be Watkins, as Rashford, Asensio,
and Rodgers, yeah. Yeah.
I'm guessing you might change that and say, actually, we don't need Watkins in there.
Bing! Where's he gone? No. No, we still need him because he can do stuff. But
I'm still gutted Marlon's not in the squad, man.
Mate. He must be gutted.
I think there's a little bit of people aren't sure. I think some people aren't sure whether he's putting the effort in or he's not always a bit hit and miss. It seems like Emery doesn't seem to fancy him either. But whenever I've seen him play, I'm like, there's a real good player there.
I think he's done all right, yeah.
But I think he's like lively, runs off the shoulder really well, makes great runs. He's rapid.
The thing is, it was rumoured before he came, mate, that he could be a bit difficult, and that's why Dortmund wanted rid, right? And maybe there's something within his attitude that we don't see in training or whatever that Emery's kind of like, actually, no, you're not quite the player for me.
There was an ex-Villa scout, wasn't there, that came on one of our videos and commented saying he looks, since the whole Champions League debacle, he looks uninterested and he's not really trying. And I was like, I don't know what game he
was. I think when he came on, but why didn't he start against Brentford, right? And then they brought him on with 30 seconds to go. It was a joke. Like, I'd be
even play against Preston. We'll even play against Preston in the FA Cup.
Surely he's got to, mate. He's got to because that is a massive week for us now, right? You know, Preston,
use that squad,
Brighton, Forest,
that squad carefully against Preston. We need to use the squad carefully. We need to make sure we have a strong enough team to win that game, take it seriously, but we can change a couple of players.
Well, mate, if we're serious about finishing top 5, we have to beat Brighton and Forest because we'll be right back in the mix. You know, and that's no easy task.
I'm dreading Forest. Like I said, it's basically like a home derby for me. It's like playing Blues. Like, if I'm honest, I don't know anyone around here where I live now. No one's a Blues fan, but I'm surrounded by Forest fans.
Yeah.
So, like, you know,
Well, mate, they're having a great season, and it's not gonna be an easy game. But we should have beat them at their place in December. You know, 1-0 up in the 87th minute, and somehow managed to lose. I still think it should have been a draw. Their second goal was a foul on Matty Cash all day long.
Saying here, if Darren's saying this, if he's saying Watkins is a better finisher than Marlon, then Marlon must literally be basically scoring own goals.
I mean, I haven't seen enough of Marlon to say what kind of finisher he is. I know he hasn't scored yet, but he's not played nowhere near any minutes to determine that.
He was Dortmund's top scorer, or was it last season?
Yeah. And he's got 41 caps for Holland. Like, there's a player there, but
I think paid like 30 million or whatever it was for him.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, anything else from you guys? Anything else? Any Gary's final thoughts?
Yes, these scarves. I was absolutely disappointed, if I'm honest. I was expecting some. I know we've talked about it for those that
nice and warm to keep me warm,
but
you know, it's nice. You know, it's not like off every time you go to a game. I mean,
it's better than the poster, mate. Yeah, it's better than the poster.
Piece of shit! How are you meant to take that home without it getting creased?
Yeah.
I love a flag. I like a good flag. Scarf's nice, but yeah, I was expecting wool. I was expecting like a woolly one.
Yeah, they've done woolly ones for the FA Cups. But
also, it would be nice if it was fixture relevant.
Yes.
If it had like the fixture on it or something, but it's just generic Villa.
Champions League, yeah.
Other sides up the Villa, you know.
Remember, we've got to save them pennies, mate. They've got to go into the Marco Asensio fund.
Imagine we start a GoFundMe. Like, start a GoFundMe. Can we fund 1 week of Marco Asensio's wages? Let's just do it 52 times. Let's do it 52 times next year. We can fund his wages each week, and then Villa can sign him. Oh yeah, you're right. Could be 7 to 30 million in debt, like United.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. Anything last from you guys, or are we good?
No, mate. Just that's a fantastic result, and I know I've whined on about Watkins stuff, but we are. Gaz's final thought is this: we are having what is turning out to be a very good season. Quarterfinals of the Champions League, quarterfinals of the FA Cup. And still battling for the Champions League place in the league. Like, it could be a lot worse. Like, and I said this on the last show, but it's in our hands. We've got to play those teams around us. Like, and there's always one team that goes on that push, and it could be us. Come on.
But we have said.
But
we have said, if we go out the quarters and we go out in the semi-finals of the FA Cup, we finish 8th. Is that a great season?
No, we have to finish in the European place of some sort, or win a trophy.
Like, it needs to be Europa League as well, not this
Conference
League. It has to be
Conference League.
Europa League. Yeah, Anyway, brilliant. Well, thank you. Thank you for those who joined as well. We thought we'd literally be on our own. So I'm actually really happy we've had some people join and get your comments in. That's really, really, really nice to see. It's our first live stream. Let us know if you like this or if you want us to do this more often. We try and do it. It just can be a bit difficult with like logistics and like times and stuff.
Yeah, but we can try and mix it up, can't we? You know, and this was late at night and do that. So you know, we'll do another one definitely. It's nice to get the banters. Right, I'm off to bed because you know,
mate, I'm knackered.
A new day starts. It's been a long day, hasn't it?
I'm exhausted. Yeah, brilliant. Sing us out, guys.
The champions, and we're gonna get every week we follow the boys in claret and blue.
Whoop.
Love people.
See you a bit.